Hello everyone, Andrew here. In this video we're gonna talk about drawdown and how I managed to basically get out of it and how you can also get out of drawdown very easily. So welcome to a new YouTube video. So as usual, whenever I talk about a subject related to trading like psychology, drawdown, I always talk about it from my own experience and how I managed to get over it, overcome it, and how you can also basically overcome it. So I'm always giving you tips based on my experience. So again, this maybe doesn't work for everyone, but I just know for me it worked. First thing you need to understand is that everyone experiences drawdown. Even the best traders, even the biggest hedge funds, everyone goes through drawdown because it's something normal. Whenever you're basically doing something where you risk money, there's always a chance to lose. What matters is how you overcome these losses, how you manage to keep sticking to your trading plan, and how you can manage to be profitable over the long run. Because in trading, that's what matters. What matters is being profitable in the long run, so not in the short term period. You don't want to be profitable 1 week and unprofitable for 3 weeks. You want to be profitable every single month and every single year. So what is trading after all? Trading is basically, in my opinion, is just some calculated gambling. So nothing makes a difference between us and those gamblers that go to the casino and lose all their money, right? But actually there is one small difference that makes the big difference. That difference is the fact that we are calculated. We have a trading plan, we have a risk management strategy, we have an actual technical strategy, we have a way to have an edge over the markets to actually win. Because even the markets, same as the casino, is a rigged game, right? The game of trading is made against the retail traders for them to lose money and the big hedge funds to make money. But the way we can actually be profitable is by having an edge. And what I've noticed during the years of trading, my 6 years of trading and managing $6 million in prop firm capital, is the fact that the edge actually comes from your psychology. So it's not really the technical aspect, but actually it's everything combined. But I think the psychology is the biggest thing, because let's take drawdown for example. Is the actual trading strategies gonna help you get out of drawdown? Not really. What's gonna help you is the risk management and also the psychology, the mindset, how you approach the periods when you're in drawdown. So to actually become profitable traders and make money from the markets, we need to have that edge over the market. So we need to have the edge when it comes to technical analysis, which needs to be simple, because if you think about it, all the big hedge funds, they have the best technical tools. You cannot compete with that. Us drawing some zones, drawing some lines doesn't really make a difference, but it's just patterns in the market that we can identify. But what makes the difference and gives us the edge is the risk management plan and also the psychology. So now let's say we are traders. What happens when we get into drawdown? Well, most retail traders, what they do is they start panicking. They start making dumb decisions, they start increasing the risk, they start over leveraging, they start over trading. You know, they do all this bad stuff when they hit drawdown, because the way the mind and the brain works is when we are down, when we see red on the screen, we just start going into survival mode, right? We start doing very dumb things and we don't really think of it like from, let's say, a third person view. We don't think of it like how can we actually get out of drawdown and recover these profits that we lost and start going and respect our trading plan to make more profits. So what happens is, like I said, our brain goes into a mode where we want to recover the losses. Most retail traders, because they don't have the experience needed, they just get lost in it. The emotions overwhelm them and then they start doing over trading and all of that stuff. But what do we do as professional traders? So as professional traders, because we actually have a good strategy, a good trading plan and a good risk management, we know that for every trade we risk the same percentage. So most traders risk 1% or maybe 0.5%, and they have their like take profit plan, their stop loss. So they have an average of stop losses they use to take profit. For me, for example, my trades usually go for 1 to 1 and then 1 to 2. So, and I always risk 1%. So I know for a fact that during my data, maybe from last year, I have analyzed my data and I've seen my average win rate is around 65%, maybe 70%. Average risk reward is a 1 to 2. So I know that I'm very profitable in the long term. So I know that 30% of the time I'm gonna lose, right? So what happens when I first start losing? So I start a fresh month and then I go into drawdown. Because I'm a professional trader, I know that the best thing and the easiest thing that I can do to get out of drawdown is to actually keep going, keep trading the same way, right? I don't need to switch anything because I know based on my data, based on my trading plan, that I am profitable in the long run. So all I need to do is keep executing, keep taking trades, and keep sticking to my rules, and that way I'm gonna start recovering the drawdown period and then start going into profits. That is the only way where we can let our edge play out in the long run. So maybe I hit a very bad losing streak, maybe I get into drawdown like 5%, maybe 1 month I'm in drawdown. Most traders will just try to recover that as fast as possible, but not me. I will just keep sticking to my plan, because even out of 12 months in a year, maybe I'm unprofitable for 3 months. If the other 9 months I'm profitable, I'm still a very profitable trader for the year. I still turn a lot of profit. So you just need to think at the big picture and understand that it's a long journey. You're not going to be profitable every single time. You're not going to have profitable weeks all the time. Yes, you can improve on them and maybe have an edge that works, you know, every week you have a lot of trades, you're profitable, but usually every trader is going to have down months, every trader is going to have very good months, and then like normal months, right? So now I want to talk a bit from my experience. What happens when I go in drawdown on my $6 million portfolio? So first of all, let's take the main part of it, which is around $4 million, which is actually connected to a trade copier. So every trade that I take on one account is just gonna get copied on all the accounts. Same percentage risk, same trade. Now on this portfolio, I usually use 0.5%, and actually the trade copier that I now use is Traders Connect. I know a lot of people ask me between Social Trader Tools and Traders Connect. Maybe I'm gonna do a video comparing the two of them, but now I use Traders Connect because it's just a more smooth experience. So on this portfolio, I use usually 0.5% risk, which is around $20,000, which is a lot of money to risk on one trade. But because the risk percentage is so small, it's 0.5%. Now with funding companies, you can only lose 10%, so that's 20 losses in a row. I don't usually take 20 losses in a row. So because I use 0.5% risk, drawdown is very easily manageable. But I never look at the numbers. I never look at the dollar amount. I just look at percentage wise. So I try to block everything. My main account is a 10K account, my live account, one live account. So that's where I take the trades. So I don't really look at the numbers because 0.5% risk is $50 on that account. So I don't look at the back end. I just look at the end of the 2 weeks or maybe at the end of the month to see actually how much profits I made on that portfolio, because I focus on such like the best high quality setups, and my risk reward is usually 1-to-1 and then 1-to-2. I have a win rate of around, I think last month December I had a win rate around 75%. So even if I lose 2-3 trades in a row, I know that over the long run, if I keep trading the same way, I'm gonna get out of drawdown and I'm gonna make a lot of profits. So everything I do is just keep executing, right? Keep sticking to my rules. I don't really care if I'm drawdown or not. I just, at the end of the 2 weeks or end of the month, I just draw the line and see where I'm at. So it's very, very easy. So as I said, let's say I have 3 losses in a row, I'm down 1.5%. I will just try to focus more on the next setup, maybe have a little bit more patience and try to find the best setup to risk 0.5%. And usually what happens when I go into drawdown, I hit a very good winning streak, because the thing is, when you get losses, the market kind of humbles you. So then you understand, all right, I need to take a step back, really understand what's happening in the markets and really focus on executing the best perfect trades. And when I do that, I just win every single trade usually, because I'm really focused. I know what works, I know what's gonna happen, and I have a big edge against the market. So I just keep executing and usually I turn into profits. So what you need to do when you're experiencing drawdown periods is try to find the first win. So there's losing streaks and there's winning streaks. But what happens is when you're in a losing streak, your psychology is a bit messed up. What you need to do is focus on getting the first win that stops that losing streak. So it doesn't really matter if it's not even a full win, right? So let's say you risk 0.5% and your usual risk reward is 1-to-2. Try to go for 1-to-1. You just need that psychology boost that you got a win. And then you can start building on top of that and start building a winning streak. So that's what happens to me also. Another thing that I do is, let's say I have a 3 losing streak. The next trade that I take, I just try to take a win. Whatever it takes, I need to take a win. Even if it's a 1-to-1, I just want to close in profit and know that I had a very good win. I've had a very good trade, and then I can start building the confidence back up, I can start taking good trades again, and then I can start building that winning streak. So it's very easy. You need to focus on getting the first win to stop the losing streak, and then start building on top of that. So you have a good trade, then you try to find a trade that's as good as that. You take that trade and you're gonna see the confidence really builds up, and then you start winning. And then of course another lose is gonna come in. But when you're in a winning streak and you're in profits and everything, you don't really care about a loss. But if you take a loss, then so let's say you're in a winning streak, you take a loss, what you need to understand is to not let that loss affect you or affect your ego. Because what happens usually with people is they have a 5 winning streak and then they take a loss, their ego really kicks in and they're like, oh no, I cannot lose, right? I'm unstoppable. And then they want to take another trade to recover the loss and keep building the winning streak, and then they start taking another loss and another loss and another loss, and they keep spinning around, you know, until they fail. So you need to understand, even when you take a loss in a winning streak, just don't let that affect you. Understand that it's part of the game, and then try to recover it. Just try to keep going, you know, try to analyze what went wrong, you know, if it was the edge that just didn't play out, or if it was a mistake from your part, a psychology mistake, a technical mistake, or whatever, right? You need to understand why the loss happened, and to make sure the next trade you're gonna take is gonna be a winning one. So that's what you really need to do to get out of drawdown and actually, you know, keep going and keep becoming a profitable trader. And another tip that I want to add is what's gonna help you with drawdown periods is having a high win rate. That's why I've talked about this in a previous YouTube video when I was talking about low percentage win rate and a high risk reward versus low risk reward and high win percentage. Is exactly the same thing, because when you have a high win rate, you have that confidence that you can start building good trades on top of each other and basically start winning. When you have a very low win rate, even if you have a very big risk reward, it's very hard to cut a losing streak because your win rate is very small. Even if your winners are gonna be big, it just doesn't help with your confidence and your psychology. So I'd rather have a high win rate, because I know wins are gonna help me get more wins, build the confidence, and have a very good winning streak that's gonna cover the drawdown and even get you into profits. So to end off this video, remember guys, just stick to your trading plan, stick to your rules, but you need to have a tested trading system that works in the long run, that you know you're gonna be profitable in, that you know you have confidence in it, that is gonna play out in the long run, and just stick to it and keep executing trades until you basically end the month in profits. And even if you have a down month, it's not a problem, but you need to make sure the bad month, a negative month, is not something like, you know, -6% or something dumb like that. Usually if I have a negative month or week, it's usually around 1%, -1% or -2%, never more than that. And profitable months are usually, you know, 3%, 2%, 4%, but that's just consistent. So thank you guys again for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Join the free Telegram group, the link is in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.